how you feeling? How you doing? Good to see you. Listen, I have IBS and I just had Taco Bell, so we gotta get moving, all right? We gotta get through this set. We gotta keep it tight, all right? Because that shit's real. I apologize to the people in the front row already. This shit's dangerous, dude. I got IBS. Anyone else have to go to the bathroom right now? Like, now. I got IBS. That's irritable bowel syndrome, which is the most properly named ailment I think I've ever heard of in my life, because it really does feel like I have a cranky, irritable old man living inside of my asshole whenever I try to eat ethnic foods. Which sucks, because I used to be an adventurous eater. I used to love eating Thai food, but now whenever I try to eat Thai food, I just hear, this used to be an Irish neighborhood. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave. Sucks, man. I try to be healthy, dude. I try to fucking take care of myself. I like to drink a lot. It's my favorite thing in the world. You know, I'm not an alcoholic. I just like having fun. You know, it's good. I don't know. Sometimes I think I am an alcoholic. But it's hard for me to understand that because everyone I grew up around had serious addictions and issues. So my idea of what a problem is very skewed, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll be at the bar doing my thing and people will come up to me and be like, hey, Killian, you've had a lot tonight, you should probably take it easy. And I'll be like, this is nothing. You should meet my friend Kevin. Kevin parties so hard that he's fucking dead. So I think I'm doing just fine, Officer Pussy. Doing my time. I work for a living too. Anyone else work for a living? Yeah, that's right, Covina. You guys are workers. You got real jobs. What I'm saying is you're poor, but that's why I like you. That's why I like you. You know? It's hard, dude. I like people. I like working people. I can trust them. I like people with real jobs. You know? And when I say real job, I mean something you just don't have to explain to somebody when they ask you what you do for a living. You know, a plumber, a roofer, a hairdresser. That's a real job, you know? You ask people in LA, no one has one. You know, you talk to someone, hey, what do you do for a living? Their faces go pale. They're like, me? I do social media for grapes. It's like, what the fuck is that? That's not a real job. A real job is something you hate, you know? It's a job you wish every morning you roll in, the building's on fire. That's my dream every day. But I can't make a living anymore. You ever meet someone who's never worked a shitty job before? They're fucking weird. They're just like, well, for 23 years my life was fun and now I make $100,000 a year. And you're like, fucking, come on. I don't know. I like women who work tough jobs, you know? Working girls. Not those kind, but you know, they're great too. They're great too, but you know, girls with tough jobs, bartenders, hairdressers, diner waitresses, come on, you know? I love nurses. Nurses, I think, are the sexiest woman on the face of the earth. I have a nurse fetish. But I'm not talking about like the porno 1950s cap and the skirt and the tits out. No, boring. I'm talking about a registered nurse, okay? Like a Sinai, takes the bus to work, tight bun, hoop earrings, a faded Winnie the Pooh scrub top. You know who I'm talking about, Covina? Yeah, you do. I want the name of a dead ex-boyfriend tattooed on her wrist. That is sexy, you know? Those women are tough. They've seen life and death. It bores them. That's hot. I like that, you know? I just hate how they're portrayed in media. You know, you watch TV shows like Grey's Anatomy. They always have the scene where they explain the origin story of why the nurse became a nurse, and they always do it so dramatic, you know? It'll always just be the scene where a lady's like, well, when I was a little girl, my sister was hit by a bus, and then my neighbor, an off-duty nurse, performed CPR and saved her life. And that's when I knew I had to become a nurse. And it's like, have you ever met a nurse before? They're fucking lunatics. That's not why they became nurses. You ask a nurse why she became a nurse, she'll tell you the same story. It's like, well, the judge told me that if I got in one more Disneyland parking lot fight, I was going to lose my kids. So, I decided to join the nursing program. That's what I like, okay? My sexual fantasy in life is to have like a vicious gun wound, and then I bleed out and die because my nurse is busy outside arguing with the parking lot enforcement. You know, that's pretty good. I'm a single man, if you couldn't tell from this cum seeping out of my eyes right now. It's been a dark winter. It's been a long, dark winter. No, I don't know. I'm not a pussy-getting guy. I'll just come out and say it, all right? I'm 30 years old. It's not going to change. That's my legacy, you know? And listen, don't get me wrong. I've had sex plenty of times. It's scary, and I don't like it, but I've had it, okay? It's fine. People make too much of a big deal about sex. You ever meet some people, and they're like, oh my God, I haven't had sex in 3 months. I'm losing my mind. I'm like, 3 months. When it comes to not getting laid, I'm like a career criminal who's been in and out of jail a lot. I'm like, 3 months? I'll do that in the fucking blink of an eye. You give me a year, I'll do it in my sleep. Come get it. Come on, it's a bag of honor where I'm from. I don't know. I'm just not a guy who can go out and just get pussy like some dudes. Some dudes can make a plan of that shit. I have friends who are like, tonight we're going to go to the bar, we're going to get drunk, and we're going to get laid. And then they do it, and it blows my mind, because every time I've had sex, it's just been a complete surprise to me. Just kind of Mr. Magoo my way straight into a woman who practices witchcraft every time. I don't know what it is about the women who practice the dark arts that love me so much. I think it's because I look like a leprechaun. They think I have magical properties or some shit. But this is how I get laid every time. I'll be afraid and alone at the corner of like a bar or a party somewhere, and then some woman from across the room will lock eyes, and she'll be like, this one's fucking weak. And she'll come up to me and be like, so, when's your birthday? And I'll be like, ah, fuck. This is going to be a weird couple of weeks. What happens, man? I don't know. A lot of women, they're into astrology and crystals and everything. And I'm not into it, but I've dated so many women that I could read all of your birth charts. I could tell you all there is to about it. Like, sir, what is your sign?
I actually have no fucking idea.
How the fuck do you not know that? What the hell? You have a girlfriend. You don't, what is your sign? Capricorn. Capricorn. Woo! I'm a Scorpio. You know what that means, right? Absolutely nothing. It's fake. It's not real. It's bullshit. Find Jesus. That's what I say. I don't know. I started having sex late in life. You know, I'm learning stuff every day about sexuality. Like until a couple months ago, I didn't know what an IUD was. All right, you know, I was seeing a girl, and we were about to hook up. So I go to reach for a condom, and she goes, "Oh, you don't need that." And I go, "Why not?" She goes, "Because I have an IUD." And I don't know what that meant, but she said 3 letters and I need a condom, so I'm like, fucking good enough for me. She could have said IED, I would have been like, well, I'm going to do it for my country. Do that shit. But as soon as we stopped having sex, she immediately got up from the bed and went to the bathroom. And at that time, I was like, oh, she's going to use that fancy IUD of hers. Because at the time, I thought an IUD was like an external machine that, you know, like you charge it in the bathroom or something, like an electronic toothbrush, you know? It's not what it is, though. It's an uppercase T that goes in your pussy. I know what it is now. But I don't know what that was. Ah, there we go. Slow learners, some of you. I thought they fixed the schools around here. But I don't know. But the next time we had sex, she, you know, we're laying on the bed, catching our breath, and this time she doesn't go to the bathroom. So I start getting nervous. I'm like, hey, you gonna use your IUD? And she's like, what? And I'm like, you know, your IUD. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, your IUD, the thing that makes you not pregnant. She's like, what the fuck do you think an IUD is? So then I told her, and then she starts crying because she thinks she took advantage of a boy with learning disabilities. That's how I found my wife. Just kidding, I'm single, I have nothing. I got nothing. I want something though, you know, I'm single, I'm 30 years old, I've never had responsibility in my life, you know. The thing I'm most worried about is accidentally doing fentanyl. That is the biggest concern in my life. Some of you like to party, some of you are fucking not my type, but hey. But yeah, I want a family, I truly do. But it's tough. I don't know if I could have a son though. Because as a man, it's a lot of pressure to raise a strong son. I don't know if I could do that. But I think I could raise a daughter. I think I'd be a good girl dad. Because I don't know if I could raise a strong son, but I could raise a real cunt of a daughter, I'll tell you that. Oh, I could raise a little bitch, you know? Because if my son got bullied at school and he came up to me, I'd be like, I don't know, you gotta learn how to tell jokes, that's how I did it. But if my baby girl came up to me and was like, Dad, the girls at school are bullying me, I'd just be like, oh, that's easy. Just tell one of them they have fat arms. They'll be queen of that school instantly. Because I'm kind of a petty bitch, you know? I notice when someone wears the same outfit twice in a week. Like, that's more my lane, you know? I don't know. And if you're a woman, you want to be a cunt. You don't want to be a nice lady. It's a fucking dangerous world out there. Whenever a random woman is nice to me, I'm like, what are you trying to get fucking killed? Are you out of your mind? You don't know who I am. Watch the news. What happens to nice ladies? Every time you watch the news, some lady goes missing, they ask the neighbors and like, oh, I don't know how anyone could do this. She was such a nice lady. She would light up a room. Nice ladies go missing. Cunts get what they deserve, okay? You know exactly what happened to that bitch when she goes missing. Oh, Samantha's gone? That's crazy. The lady who would spray me with a hose every time I said hello to her? Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's less pressure as a man to raise a daughter. Even if I was a bad father, like if I'm a bad father to a son, then that's a weapon I just created. That's a dangerous person. He's gonna cause physical fucking harm. But if I'm a bad father to a girl, what if she shoplift from Target and date outside of her race? Who cares? Mix it up. Let's make a cool looking baby. Some of you are thinking that strong son means a straight son. I don't mean that at all. I would love a fucking gay son. Gay people are some of the toughest people on the face of the earth. I came from a very homophobic place, and they thought that if you were gay, you couldn't be a real man. That's fucking crazy. Because I used to work with a gay landscaper in Boston, and that dude used to catcall garbage men. That's the most gangster shit I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever seen a garbage man blush before? It's fucking beautiful. It's like Aurora Borealis. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.